The rivalry between Portland and Seattle is it's a special one. I think it starts with a friendly rivalry between the cities themselves, but was probably best embodied by the men's soccer clubs here, the Sounders and the Timbers, going back many decades, where I think there's a fierce rivalry that existed, and that's really spilled over now into the women's game between the Rain and the Thorns. The games against Portland are always very special. There's electricity in the air, there's this excitement, and the fans, I think they know they're in for something special. And the games have really almost all lived up to that billing. That I think the players, the coaching staff, everybody just knows that they have to give a little bit more in those matches, and it almost always shows in the field. Jess Fishlock in her very first game in Portland, her scoring her first NWSL goal, and grabbing the badge on the jersey, and that moment is one of the most iconic in the history of the club, and I think sort of sealed in the minds of the Portland fans this sort of on one hand hatred, but also admiration for Jess Fishlock. But it's moments like that that have really turned this rivalry into something special. I think the matches against Portland almost feel like playoff matches for us, that they're that important to the players, they're that important to the fans. It brings out the best in everybody. There's been a lot of very good memories, from our matches against Portland. A lot of great wins, a few tough losses, but probably the one for me that was the greatest moment was a 5-0 win that we had a few seasons ago, playing in Memorial Stadium. It's our biggest margin of victory of any match ever. Came against fierce rival, and it was just our day. It was one of those magical times on the pitch where everything seemed to work for us, nothing was working for them, and I think it really, for them, it gutted them. So I don't think they'd ever been as a team exposed like that. So when I think of the rivalry between OL and Saint-Étienne, I imagine it's very much like what you see against Portland and Seattle, and I always think the derby matches are the best really wherever they are in the world, right? On behalf of everybody at OL Reign, best of luck in the derby. Take those 3 points.